Hey everybody, I don't have my phone. Oh, that's just what I thought. Today is September 26th, 2011. This is lucky number 7 in my vlog entries, but don't quote me, I could be wrong. It's been a long weekend, to say the least. I just got back from Northern Outlaw Wrestling up in Minot, North Dakota. Got back around 2 o'clock in the morning. Not really what I was hoping for, but nevertheless, I am certainly glad to be home. Because as much as I love going out on the road, entertaining, getting paid, nothing, in the end, nothing beats being at home. Especially when you're out on the road with a bunch of people and you're the only person that is not single and doesn't have their girlfriend or boyfriend with them. It can be a little nerve-wracking. Well, not nerve-wracking exactly. It could be depressing is probably a better way to put it. So I had more reason than I had more reason than some to want to get my ass home. And I am home, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. My dog's not around here. I left her downstairs. I figure I'd just get this vlog out of the way before I go and take a shower. Finally, after let's see, last time I took a shower. I'm sure y'all don't want to hear this, but this is my time. I think last time I took a shower, I'd have to say was probably Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, woke up, took a shower, went about and did what we did during the day to get ready. Had our show, jumped in the car. Wait, what am I saying? No, we had the Saturday night show, and I went up to my room because I was so damn tired. I didn't intend to fall asleep. I took my stuff upstairs, packed everything so that way I was ready to roll. I was gonna take a shower so I can maybe get some sleep and not feel like crap, but that didn't happen. As soon as I sat down in my bed, I sat down to kind of rest my back because I messed it up somehow. I don't know how, but I fell asleep pretty damn quick. I woke up eventually, but then I kept falling back asleep. But I guess, I don't know what I did. I'm sure this is going to be a waste of time, but the pain is originating from right in this area, somewhere between my spine and the inside of my shoulder blade. I don't know what I did. If anybody wants to watch my match videos later on, you can go right ahead and watch both of them, both from Friday night and Saturday night, because I was feeling the pain Friday and Saturday, so I must have did it at some point Friday. But I don't know what it is. It's kind of hard for me to bend my back. My neck, makes my neck really stiff. I can't look down or turn too much. Hopefully, when I jump in the shower, it'll help. Oh boy. Well, my mind went blank there for a minute, and I'm not about to stop this so I can rewind and see what it was I was talking about. So we'll just move on. Overall, it was definitely a great trip. Got to see all the got to see the NOW crew. Had a good time. Got to meet Mike Quackenbush and Arik Cannon, which was pretty cool and interesting, pretty funny story, which I'll get to in a bit. Definitely the most fun that I have on these trips, besides actually being in the ring and getting paid, is usually the after party. It's usually a lot of fun, and this was no exception. We were treated to seeing Mason Mayhem tell a story about, because he works as he's head of security at the Vegas motel, if memory serves me correctly, and he told us this story, and he eventually told the story 10 times and of course we loved it every single time. That he got better and better every time he told the story about how one night he got a report of water running down one of the stairwells. So he goes and he finds the room that it's coming from. He's thinking maybe someone's dead. Kicks the door not once but twice. Whips out his baton, wondering what's going on. Finds 6 Native Americans fully dressed in the hot tub. The water is running. There's like almost 6 inches of water everywhere. And he's telling them, they got to leave. One of them, I think he said it was a woman, pretended to slip and fall in the water. Slip and fall in the water. He goes to help her up and asks her if she is okay. She pulls a stunt. She pulls a taser out of her bag and jams it in his ankle. And then the rest of them start circling him and start, putting the boots to him. He starts swinging his baton, and eventually manages to shatter one guy's ankle from swinging it, and he manages to fight them all off and beats everybody's ass. And the cops, in the end, when they showed up, wanted to arrest him, which I guess you really had to be there. The fact by the end, by the last time he told the story, he was actually he was taking bumps on the floor, and he was just he was practically showing everybody what happened instead of just telling them. It was a hoot. It was definitely a fun night, and after the after party started to wind down, a bunch of I think it was Arik Cannon or maybe somebody else got the idea to go swimming. He said, so I was like, okay, what the hell? So bunch of us got like Eric, Rob James, Venom, a couple other guys. We went and swam around for a little while, had some fun, and they decided to kind of take the party up to Eric's room. And on the way, Eric decides to jump in the ring, and this is at almost 4 in the morning. He jumps up to the top rope and does a friggin' back senton. He does a senton right into the middle of the ring, loud as all hell. And we were busting up laughing because we didn't stop drinking. We just kept knocking back beers, whether we were in the pool or in the after party, and it was hilarious. And it was definitely hilarious. And like the word of the night was decorum. It just kept getting brought up. It's like, damn it, have some decorum. And it was definitely funny. But the highlight of the night was me, Eric, Venom, and Judd, one of the commentators. I thought my computer's making a noise. We're hanging out in Eric's hotel room, just talking about this and that. And at one point, Judd starts to fall. Judd, for some reason, gives Eric a Viagra. I don't want to know why. And Eric's like, is this the real thing? Blah, blah, blah. And Judd's like, yeah. So eventually, the night is wearing on. It's almost just about 6 o'clock in the morning. Eric gets the idea to take the Viagra, crush it up with the bottom of a beer bottle, and then takes his room key. I actually still have mine. He actually takes the room key, starts chopping it up, and it's just a fine powder at this point. This is all kinds of wrong, And then it gets even wronger. He takes a piece of paper, folds it up, and just scrapes the now powdered Viagra into this little piece of paper, and he's hanging over Judd's face, just waiting for him to breathe in because this motherfucker was snoring just. So, and next thing you know, he takes a piece of paper and tips it, and it just goes right into Judd's mouth. And it's maybe a good 5-6 seconds, give or take, before Judd wakes up. He wakes up, he didn't even know what happened. He had no idea. He just woke up for the sake of waking up. So, and eventually Eric just lets it slip that he put Viagra. That's a lot of change. He just eventually let it slip that he crushed up the Viagra and slipped it in Judd's mouth. And of course, we all just busted out laughing, and Judd was laughing too. To be perfectly honest, you can't feel bad about that. You know, if you give somebody a Viagra and then they slip it to you while you're passed out, it's your own fault. So that was definitely hilarious. I'm like, and by this point, I'm like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'm starting to see the sun peak. I gotta go. I was tired as all hell. I woke up several times over the course of the morning because I just couldn't go to sleep, because even though it was a very warm day, so a lot of quarters, man. Even though it was a very warm day, being that it was mid-late September, the hotel decided to cut off the air conditioning. So I'm trying to sleep, and I'm slow. I feel myself sweating. I'm flipping the sheets around. I'm turning the pillows over, trying to keep cool. So I managed to sleep for a little while, wake up. Sleep for a little while, wake up. And needless to say, not fun. Plus the fact that I was slowly sobering up. But overall, it was definitely a fun night. It's a night that I will never forget. It's right up there with the Amarillo story. I don't know if I told it on this vlog. Actually, no, I don't think I have. I think I've only done it in my video journals, and I've done it on interviews online. Basically, long story short, me, Arik, Leo, and me, Arik, Leo, and Romeo were heading down to Amarillo. I think this was maybe my second show working for WWA down in Amarillo. So it's that Saturday morning, you know, and we're getting ready to head out. Excuse me. So we're getting ready to head out. We decided to stop at King Soopers to get some stuff for breakfast, donuts, whatever. We're at a crosswalk. We're at a stoplight. Guy in front of us. Light goes green. He's not moving. We hit Leo. Leo honks the horn. Guy sticks his arm out the sunroof, flips us off, and drives off. So of course we're not going to take that shit. We pull up next to him. We all start yelling. We flip him off and pull up and go and drive out. We notice the guy's following us. So, you know, everybody's got their opinion. Everybody's like saying, fuck it, ignore him. Some people are saying, pull over and let's see what pull over and let's do this. And Leo's like, no, screw this guy. So he pulls into the King Soopers parking lot, pulls into the parking space. Car pulls into the parking space. Meanwhile, the guy is still following, and he actually pulls in right behind us, you know, like a fucking T-bone, to block us in. He starts to get out of his car, and then we get out of our car. So just imagine 2 black guys, a Mexican, and me in my knee-high Demonia Ravage boots with a 2-inch sole covered with, there's buckles and spikes and studs on them. And you can tell this guy is mentally shitting his pants. And he starts backpedaling like a motherfucker. And he's like, I followed you guys because I wanted to apologize for stopping you and flipping you off and yada yada yada. And of course we all know this guy is full of crap. He's talking about, I'm just having a bad day. And of course we're all thinking his day is just about to get much, much worse. So the guy apologizes over and over and tries to shake our hands. I can't remember whose hand he shook, but I know he didn't shake mine. I just stood there with my hands in my pockets, staring him down with my contacts, my leather jacket, all black, my stomping boots. The guy gets in his car and he has trouble starting it. And we know this guy is panicking. He's praying his car starts so he doesn't get stuck with his stuff. He doesn't get stuck blocking us in because he knows we are going to kill him. So his car manages to start and he peels out. we bust out laughing all the way into King Supers like maniacs, and of course we don't care. And I've told this story several times. I've told it to several people. I've told it I told it in an interview on Turnbuckle Turmoil on Blog Talk Radio, and now I've told it here for the masses. It's one of those things that part of me thought about holding back until I eventually did a shoot DVD or a book, whatever. But I figure I'll just share it now, because it's one of those things that is just too damn funny. Right up there with Arik Cannon and Viagra is definitely worth telling. So that's another great story that I can add to the list. Match wise, NOW was a blast as always. It was me, Joey, and Kiki against Mason Mayhem, Julio, who are actually now the NOW Tag Champions, which is cool, and Scarlett. The match was definitely pretty good. It's set up for our matches the following night. Me and Joey took on Mason and Julio for the tag belts. Ended up being a double count out, just a complete brawl all over the building. Well, not the entire building, but all over the arena area. We were fighting all around ringside, the little concession stand and whatnot. And it was definitely a great match. Got compliments from from the bosses. They thought it was just incredible. And I'm thinking to myself, this crowd definitely got their money's worth this weekend. Not to sound egotistical, but simply that definitely was a killer match. The crowd was absolutely insane. Unfortunately, I didn't get any pre-orders for my DVD, which was kind of a bummer. But it's no big deal. I would rather have actual DVDs to sell as opposed to the pre-sales. But I was trying to sell the pre-sale packages, which included this, that, and the other, as a way of kind of excuse to kind of jack up the price a little bit and get me a few extra bucks so I can afford to buy all the materials I need to have the DVDs actually made. Even though I actually haven't even finished producing the DVD itself. But hopefully I'll get to that sometime in October. My original plan was to release the DVD on my birthday in November. So hopefully I can get it done I've got 2 months, so hopefully I can get it done by then. Let's see. Talked about the road trip itself. Talked about what happened at the show. Oh, yes. I was just talking about this on Facebook earlier. So if you were paying attention to that, you're ahead of the game here. Commentary. Commentary in wrestling is, I don't want to say it's a necessary thing or something along those lines, but it's something that, if done right, can be amazing. If the commentary is done correctly, then it can make any show seem that much better. NOW, they don't do live commentary over the PA and whatnot. What they were doing, because they were taping this off for an actual DVD. So they actually had the cameras, they had the microphones, they had a little announce section, and they had guys just recording. They were recording the commentary live, but it wasn't being put out over the PA system for fans to listen to. It was purely for the DVD, which I think is a great move. And the fact that there was no commentary during the matches, I think it made the show a lot better, because people weren't kind of mentally going back and forth between wondering, what did that guy just say? Oh, I just missed a spot. Oh, I just missed a big spot. And I think that's what we need here in Colorado, but that's just me. I think we need to just let the action speak for itself, frankly, because for the most part, commentary, when it comes to the commentary out here, unless we get the occasional guest commentator like myself or like Romeo, guys who really know wrestling and are really good talkers. The commentary here in Colorado, as far as I've seen personally, has been absolute garbage. The traditional, the standard commentators, the guys that do it every single show are absolutely horrible. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks this. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. I think I think what would be better is if maybe have the wrestlers do commentary, just kind of do like a round robin kind of thing, because that way you've got guys who actually know about wrestling, who can actually call the moves and can actually follow the story and put the match over, instead of commentators just putting their own dumbasses over. And they can also hype their own, the wrestlers can also, in a very subtle way, hype their own matches. But of course, that's just, like I said, that's my 2 cents. That's just how I feel about it. I was going to show off the demo DVD case that I bought, and I had printed up before I left for North Dakota, but that's downstairs, and I'm up here, and I'm too goddamn lazy to go back and forth. My back is killing me. So, just take my word for it. If you've seen the graphics that I've posted on Facebook and on my website, you'll know it does look pretty cool. It looks even cooler in real life. It really excites me to think that I'll have even more merchandise to sell. I'm gonna start working on other stuff. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can take the graphics that I have created in Paint and make them a little bit better. If anybody wants to give me any hints, I'm sure you've seen my my Pentoncle logo. You've seen my name logos and this and that. Actually, you can kind of see a little bit of it here. You can see the pentacle. You can't see the Ankh in the middle because the iron-on just didn't quite work. That's another thing. If anybody knows a place where I can get T-shirts printed up, black T-shirts, of course, 2 colors, just white and red. That's all I need. Relatively cheap. Feel free to let me know. If you know a place where I can get them done cheap, or either just the front or front and back, that would be awesome. But of course, before I do that, I would like to take my graphics and logos and really amp them up. I am getting pretty good with Photoshop, but there really is only so much that I can do without really sitting down and trying to learn how to actually use the program. But I'm not gonna complain, considering I did a pretty good job as is. If you look at my DVD cases and stuff. So if anybody wants to give me some hints on how I can, create some new, really nice looking logos, let me know. If you want to email me some hints, a little walkthrough kind of thing. If you want to send me info on how to upgrade my how to upgrade. I already talked about that. It's been, like I said, it's been a long week and my mind is going in circles and I haven't eaten yet. So if anyone knows where I can get T-shirts made rather affordably, and I can get away with selling them for like maybe 10 or 15, 20 bucks, and still be able to make a profit, feel free to tell me. Just leave a comment right down there. Don't forget to subscribe, and also feel free to check out my website. I'll just leave it down in the little description box at the bottom here. If anybody has any ideas of merchandise they would like to see, I've already got some ideas for stickers. I've got some, I had some new 8x10s that I had made up, but I think they didn't come out quite right when I finalized them in Photoshop, so I'm going to have to redo them all. So the ones that I said are my brand new styles, I'm probably just going to can those, and I printed up only a couple of them. So I'll probably give those ones away as kind of exclusive one-off type things, ash can type material. If you have any idea what ash can means, good for you. It means you're a bit of a nerd just like me. Let's see. Yeah, new merchandise. This, that, this, blah, 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 blah. I think I've just about covered everything. Ooh, actually no. Well, this is more of, I guess, kind of a note to myself. I need to get back in touch with my, I guess I could consider her my ghostwriter, because I'm actually trying to finally finish working on my novels. At one point, I've got a zombie novel, which, from what she has told me after reading it, she thinks I might be better off making it into an entire series, because each chapter that I put in this book could be a book in and of itself. So, probably going to go that route. And I've also got a zombie novel. Everybody's loving zombie novels nowadays, but of course I started mine as a short story when I was maybe 16, 17, something like that. So even though it's taken me almost a decade to write it, I like to think I am a little bit ahead of the game in a way, because I started writing mine before this whole zompocalypse thing became the big thing. Before there was a zombie survival guide, before every new writer out there has got a zombie series, before Walking Dead, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't complain, because it's, Lord knows, there's plenty of material to work with out there when it comes to zombies. So I can only hope that I get my novels finished, and that'll be just one more thing that I'll have available for sale, to kind of show off my softer, more artistic side when I'm not in the ring, cracking skulls. So yeah, I think that's actually just about it. So in closing, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments. Don't forget to share. Yeah, it should be right, but don't forget to share. Tell all your friends. Tell your enemies. I don't care. So long as I got people talking about me, it's all good. So remember, subscribe, comment, share. Got it? All right. I'm planning on giving away some merchandise sometime in October. It's a big month. It's a big month, of course, for me. But then, of course, as the old song goes, every day is Halloween when you're me. I actually almost did forget. Upcoming shows. October 9th. Is that the next one? Yes, October 9th, the second annual Primo's Carnival, aka Gimmick Infringement Night. I've had my infringement gimmick ready for the last 6 months. Of course, I'm not doing Muda again. That I've already done that, and that is what it is. And thanks to that, I gave birth to the Great Ronin, which has been doing me a lot of favors. So if you want to see what gimmick I'm doing for the Primo's Halloween Carnival, you're just going to have to come out October 9th, 7 o'clock p.m., either 6 or 7. Go to primoswrestling.com for specific information. The show is going to be at Castleman's, our regular venue. Actually, yeah, I believe it is 7 o'clock. It's always an incredible show, especially when Halloween rolls around and we do this gimmick infringement show. It's a way for us to just completely unwind and be silly and just honestly have fun. This is probably the only time I can say in a positive light that it's almost kind of like a backyard wrestling show for us, because we're not worried about our gimmicks getting over. We're not worried about our spot. We're not worried about storylines. We're just doing this to have fun and pay tribute to those who have paved the way for guys like me. And this is our way to say thanks, and to show off people who show the people who inspire us. After that, October 15th, let me pull up the calendar one more time. I know I'm almost on 30 minutes here. I hate to do that. Okay, yes, October 9th. Okay, October 15th, myself and Tony Morales, we're actually going back down to Amarillo. Except this time, the Great Ronin is making his out-of-state debut for, I believe it's called Squared Circle Pro Wrestling, run by the same. It's essentially run by the same guys that ran WWA, AEW. So guaranteed, it's going to be a good show. They've got a lot of incredible talent. I'm actually going to be taking on Josh Payne. Looking forward to that a lot. And then the very next day is New Era Wrestling back up here, up in Golden at the Buffalo Rose. Will I be there? Will I be there? Honestly, I don't know. So if you want to see me, the only way you're going to find out if I'm going to be there is if you're there. So it's going to be October 16th, 6 o'clock p.m. at the Buffalo Rose in historic Golden, Colorado. New Era Wrestling. And then, I believe he said it was the 21st. October 21st, we're actually going back already up to Minot, North Dakota for Northern Outlaw Wrestling, except it's up in Williamson, I believe the city is called. It's not as far as Minot. I think it'll shave about 2 hours or so off our drive, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's not a double shot, which is kind of a bummer. It's just going to be the one Friday night show, and hopefully we get to continue doing what it is that we do and impressing the crowds up in North Dakota as only Colorado's finest can. Even though I'm really not from Colorado, I just happen to be living here at the moment. So those are all my show dates. I said it before, I'll say it again. I can't say it enough times because obviously you people aren't doing your jobs. So help a brother out. Subscribe, comment, share. Subscribe, comment, share. Subscribe, comment, share. You get my drift? Alright, so remember, send me ideas for merchandise, information on where I can get cheap t-shirts made, where I can get, or not where, but how I can get new graphics done up on Photoshop. Anything you guys can do to help me, help me, help you, help me, help you. Yeah, because once I get all of that done, I'm going to have a buttload of merchandise available for sale, and I hardly intend on giving a good amount of it away for people that are able to help me out. So think of it as an investment in your future, because anything I put my autograph on, there's a chance it'll actually be worth something somewhere down the line, whether it's because I'm famous or I'm dead. So until then, I've definitely dragged on way too long. I'm at 32 minutes. I think I might be beating Raven when it comes to doing these vlogs, and kind of rambling and going off track and going over time. So until my next vlog, I'm not quite sure when it'll be, because Lord knows I just do these at just the drop of the hat. So I'm gonna go get myself cleaned up and get on with my day and get back to the real world until the next show. So until then, see y'all later.